is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and I have a ScrapRoom Flavors of the Month design team project for you. So this one is using the Vicki Boutin cut and paste. So I am starting with that gorgeous, it's almost like a pie, like all the little pieces of the pie go around. I am starting with that as my base because, let's be honest, that page is absolutely stunning and gorgeous. And I am also going to use the Fig Swirl cardstock that comes in the kit. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this beautiful paper in half. I could have used it as a whole, but I might have been a little bit hoarding and wanting to have that paper to use again. So I am going to put it on the bottom of my cardstock, and I did go ahead and cut off the branding strips for this collection, in addition to the branding strips that came in the pattern paper add-on. And I am going to use those as kind of a shelf on top of my pie area. And I have a photo. It's a group photo of, I was going to say me and my girlfriends, but my girlfriend's son is in there as well. So me and my girlfriends and our kids, I guess, actually is probably the best way, because almost every one of my girlfriends there has a kid with her, or two. So we have a charity event for the Boys and Girls Club here called Dancing for the Stars. And so we usually do a little bit of sponsoring of that. And so we tend to go. I've actually only been twice. I think I was out of town 2 other times, but it's really fun, like super fun. So that is what the photo is. So my photo is going to sit on top of all of these branding strips here, and I'm just kind of layering them up. They are not extremely straight, which is totally fine. Like, doesn't bother me at all. I love this one that says hello, 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 because there are a lot of us. And so that's a lot of hellos, right? So there's my photo. I did trim it down to kind of get some of the background that was not necessarily the nicest. And I'm going to go ahead and mat it in black. So this is just a plain piece of black cardstock from my stash. And I'm going to do a very thin border of this. And then I will go ahead and pop my photo up on some foam. So I'm thinking at this point, do I need something at the top? I'm like, because it's got all this beautiful gorgeousnse down at the bottom, and the top is very white because it's the cardstock. It's not white because it is Fig Swirl, but you kind of get my idea. And I was like, well, wait, before I start trying to add more papers and such, maybe I should go through the ephemera that I have from this kit and kind of see where my embellishment clusters are going to go, so that I can kind of know how much real estate I have. So I've kind of decided at this point that my title is going to be Together Today. And so I'm going to put that down at the bottom. I was thinking at the top, but it didn't work up there either. Like, everything just wants to be in that gorgeous bottom down there. So I decided that to kind of contain that top portion, I just took my Sharpie, and I only grabbed my Sharpie because I didn't know where my pen was, and I just wanted black. And so I did 2 squiggly border lines up there at the top to kind of contain it. And that definitely does it for me. I like that better than putting that branding strip at the top, which was my first idea. And so here I am like thinking, okay, I do want to cluster up here in the top left-hand corner, and I want to cluster over here on top of my photo. But as you can see, I play with several different things. I ultimately am going to decide this big floral cluster needs to go on top of the photo. And then there was a cute little circular piece that says here. And I was like, oh, that's really cute. And then I remembered from the embellishment kit, I had this whole half a sticker sheet. So I'm like, oh, I need to dig into that and see what I got going on. So I am going to pull a butterfly from the sticker sheet, and I think I'm going to pull some hearts. So I'm really liking how this cluster is looking over here by the photo, and so now I can focus on this cluster over here. So the base of the cluster is going to be this cloud. Get my shapes right. And then I saw this word beautiful, which I think we all are beautiful. And then I liked this flower, and I was like, oh, this flower kind of looks like the sun. Obviously it's nighttime, but I am going to use this flower, and I'm going to cover up the center, and I do think it looks like the sun. And so that just made me like ridiculously happy. So I did go ahead and glued everything down. I popped up my title on some foam dots, and then I also popped up part of the floral because it was sitting on the photo, which was on some fun foam. So to finish it off, because I have a butterfly on this layout, I need to get some butterfly trails, and I prefer sequin butterfly trails. I know everybody has kind of their own spin on things as to what they like for their butterfly trails, but I prefer sequins. So I went ahead and did that, and then just scattered a couple other sequins around all three clusters, including that title cluster. So that is going to do it for this layout. I hope that you have enjoyed this. I will have links down below so you can get your hands on these kits and maybe even a little something else. So I do have a couple of close-ups for you. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. I love to chat with you. And here is a final look at my layout. So that's going to do it for me today. Remember to wear your crown, and I'll see you next time. Bye.